Go ahead, lads, hey, come on.
Here we go again. Old Firm showdown number 4 out of 7 this season. The more the merrier. And each and every one of them makes for compulsive viewing. The Nets a fortnight ago in the Cup. The replays on Wednesday week. A month today they'll be side by side at Hampden for the League Cup final. Familiarity breeds contempt. This is a battle for power in the city of Glasgow and the country of Scotland. The 299th league derby between the Glasgow Giants, the 150th to be played at Celtic Park. So far this season, Rangers have won at Celtic, Celtic have won at Rangers, and they drew in the Cup. So what happens next? Who knows? But it's going to be fun finding out. Celtic are 5 points clear at the top of the SPL, but Rangers have 2 games in hand. It's a typically tight title tussle. For the 3rd Old Firm game running, top scorer Anthony Stokes is left on the Celtic bench. Georgios Samaras comes in. He scored twice in the New Year derby at Ibrox. Chris Commons scored on his Celtic debut, his Old Firm debut. This is his home debut. Charlie Mulgrew retains his place in the centre of defence. In the absence of the injured Lee McCulloch on loan, Arsenal defender Kyle Bartley is handed a midfield role. It's only his 2nd appearance for Rangers. Stephen Naismith and Nikita Jelavic return to the side. Jelavic scored 3 times against Celtic last season for Rapid Vienna. Jamie Ness, who scored a screamer in the cup clash a fortnight ago, is out with a groin problem. James Forrest is a sub for Celtic after a month out with a hamstring injury. David Healy will be hoping for his Old Firm initiation from the Rangers bench. A fortnight ago at Ibrox, Scott Brown's equaliser in the Scottish Cup got right up Rangers' noses, and it was right under the nose of El Hadj Diouf, who returns to the scene of his spitting crime 8 years ago when with Liverpool. Ironically, and perhaps appropriately, a policeman is in charge, Ian Brines, but it's his very first Old Firm game. Good luck, he'll need it. These games usually start at 100 miles per hour, and then they speed up a bit, David.
Yeah, they do. The one thing I would say is that if it's half as good as the cup tie, the recent cup tie, then nobody's going to be short-changed here this afternoon. And both sides just about at full strength, not far off it in any case. So much to look forward to here this afternoon.
Rangers chasing a 3rd successive title. Celtic know they must stop them. The 2nd is coming last. It's Walter Smith's 53rd Old Firm match. He's certainly packing a few in his final season as Rangers manager. He's only got the better of Neil Lennon once, though. And if he can maintain that kind of Old Firm record, then Celtic could have a title coming their way. Samaras closely watched there by Kyle Bartley on loan from Arsenal.
Yeah, I think you did right. You know, interesting there that when Fraser Forster launched the ball from the Celtic goalmouth, it was Bartley who was paying particular attention to Georgios Samaras. Samaras, of course, won his fair share against the 2 Rangers centre-backs at Ibrox in the last league game between the pair, and Bartley clearly has been given a marking role here.
Here's Papac. press from Sasa Papac. There's Forster sent off in the cup meeting between the sides. He'll be suspended for the replay. Only twice in the last 68 league derbies in Glasgow has the team scoring first lost, but it did happen here back in October. Samaras, who scored twice in the New Year derby at Ibrox, and it breaks kindly for him. Mulgrew again preferred to Rogner in the heart of the Celtic defence. Izagirre and Commons will aim to link up on the left. Davis stumbling but surviving. Edu hasn't though, and Scott Brown has pounced on this and will get a free kick as Bartley lunged in.
Oh, is he going to his pocket in brains? I'd be very surprised if this isn't a booking. Totally mistimed there from Kyle Bartley. Well, Scott Brown can smile. He's lucky he managed to get his feet off the ground. He turned into a lot of traffic here, Scott Brown. Well, I'm not surprised it's a yellow card. And maybe a bit later in the game, it might have been a straight red.
It didn't take him long on his Old Firm debut. 19-year-old Kyle Bartley. Booked already. And that will be a concern for Rangers.
Commons wants the ball change, must be feel the pressure's wrong in brains at the moment, having none of it.
The referee seems happy with the ball. Chris Commons. Target as well. Will McGregor be in the firing line here? Commons does go for it, miserably against the wall. Mulgrew pops it back though. Came off Bugera. Here's Gary Hooper. Brown. Commons. Crowded out by Edu and Bugera, and a free kick for Juve.
Oh, the irony was that the pressure really came from a poor free kick from Chris Commons. Hooper did well to get himself back on side. Majstorovic wins the ball. This is poor from Chris Commons. He's much better than that. Comes back in, Majstorovic wins it, but that time Hooper's got himself back on. And it just wouldn't come down for Chris Commons here on the edge of the box. Just here, it wouldn't drop for him. Can't get the shot away. And Rangers press really well.
He's had to wait a while for his home debut. This is it. Whittaker, Juve. Predictably getting plenty of stick from the Celtic fans following that infamous incident here in his Liverpool days. Opportunity for Rangers. Juve delivers. Bugera, it bounced off Samaras. Kept it in. Retrieved by Naismith though. That's a lovely ball in towards Jelavic.
Well, it's just a miss hit. He's trying to lay that off there. He knows the support arriving from Morris Edu.
Jelavic might get a second go here, and Majstorovic has to pop it behind.
Well, indifferent defending from Celtic. The good diagonal ball knocked into the left channel here for Jelavic. He's trying to find Edu. It just clears Majstorovic inside left channel here. He's trying to find Edu. It's a miss hit. And eventually Celtic do enough to see it out.
Raised his arms then to the Celtic fans as he went over to take the corner. Nothing malicious in it though. Davis. Papac. Here is Juve. And Baron Kyle gets stuck in.
Well, this is where it's difficult for the referee in the early stages of the game. This is a good challenge here from Kyle. Takes loads of the ball, but on the follow-through, he cleans Juve out.
A few more of those coming Juve's way, you suspect? Wilson up towards Samaras, away by Bugera. Naismith, partly unaware of Samaras lurking. Izaguirre, who's been a major success story for Celtic. Edu. Davis.
I think you see already, Ian, that there's a deliberate attempt here from Rangers to try and play higher up the pitch. Certainly in the last game at Ibrox, they conceded far too much of the pitch and far too much of the ball for Celtic. Even with 10 men, they were inviting Celtic onto them. David, we are trying to hold a higher line here today.
Takes long for a yellow card to arrive.
Well, we've seen a few of this type of challenge in recent Old Firm games, and it gives the referee a major decision to make. I think he's lucky he doesn't really get any contact with Scott. Well, he does actually, but maybe a bit later in the game, Ian Browns would have gone to the other pocket and produced a red there. But you know, we say it all the time, in this fixture, players will try in the early stages of the game to put a real marker down. They know they're more likely to get away with that kind of tackle.
Loves a good staring contest. Wilson. Bugera. Weir. Rather hurriedly. Popped back by Kyle. Bartley gets the better of Samaras. Papac. Storovic. Who tormented Celtic in the Europa League last season, scored here for Rapid Vienna and twice against them in Austria. Papac. Edu. Papac. Samaras hounding Edu.
Did well to get his body between Samaras and the ball there, Morris Edu, under real pressure. Not a lot of cover behind him had he lost it.
Bugera looking for Whittaker, but Charlie Mulgrew saw that coming. Juve, Whittaker. Jelic offside, so couldn't go for it. Izaguirre pushed it past Whittaker, but he's going to run into Davis. Whittaker. High into the sky off Mostorovic, away by Ledley. Kyle. Hooper. Oh, he's pushed it past Weir. And there is support, but Bugera has held him up. And Bartley covers.
Well, that's a good example of the pace of Magic Bugera to get across there. It's a lovely nutmeg here, and David Weir to get him clear here from Hooper. Bartley can't make the challenge, otherwise he's looking at a red card for his second offence, and Bugera did well to get across.
It's Chris Commons to deliver the corner off the head of David Weir. Will leave the throw for Izaguirre. Joe Ledley. That's not happening.
Well, I think to try and build the game there, because Gary Hooper was the only target they had in the central area. He was heavily outnumbered. That's why they try to play the little 1-2.
Lennon has won 2 of his 4 encounters with Walter Smith's side. One of them was last season after Rangers had won the title, but they all count.
Celtic having a little bit more of the ball, but to see our first real clean chance of the game so far.
Bartley, Bugera, El Hadj-Diouf up against Izaguirre. Whittaker. Davis, assisted by Diouf, has to settle for a throw. Stephen Whittaker with time to deliver.
Just a little bit too deep, but there's plenty of support there at the back post still with Stephen Naismith. When the ball is on the right-hand side, will become a striker at the back post. Edu was trying to get himself into the box there as well, just trying to get as much company up beside Jelavic as they can here, Rangers. In the last cup tie, looked very isolated at times, the Croatian.
Hooper. Naismith, a little unfortunate.
Yeah, he is unlucky to lost his footing, otherwise he was clear.
Samaras. Bugera.
Terrific tackle.
Commons in on Diouf. Here's Naismith though, can he release Jelavic? Mulgrew, vigilant. Samaras. Tricky for Bugera.
Oh, he did really well. Really good judgment there from Bugera. Whittaker had gone forward, and that's why Samaras was able to get out the outside of him. Did well to recover.
Jelavic. Davis. Whittaker. Diouf is hugging the touchline. Here is Diouf. Has a blue dye in his hair. He turned up wearing the biggest headphones you'll ever see, and wearing sunglasses as well. You need characters on Derby Day in Glasgow. He is certainly one of those. Izaguirre, the Honduran. Pop out by Weir. Davis, Bugera. Storovic underneath that. Scott Brown. Wilson. Flick from Diouf and Naismith. Naismith game for the challenge with the giant Swede Mastorovic. Here's Bartley. Diouf. And Scott Brown and Diouf renew acquaintance. Who's been a very composed stand-in at centre-half, so much so that he's kept his place even though Thomas Wagner is fit again.
Well, gone almost 17 minutes, game still hasn't settled. too frantic out there. Players still trying to get their breath, I suspect.
Chris Commons, though, could make something happen now. Hooper skips past Weir. Gary Hooper! Born to score goals! Celtic strike first, and we have another early Old Firm goal to get us going.
Well, it's a wonderful first touch here from Gary Hooper to lose David Weir. Intelligent ball in from Commons, who, as always, has got his head up. Watch this touch here. Just to wrong through David Weir, and that gave him time to open his body and open his right foot. But it's a wonderful first touch. One more to steady himself and another to finish. And that is a wonderful striker's goal.
Gary Hooper gave Celtic the lead here in October. Rangers recovered that day to win 3-1. Master goal poacher. His 14th for Celtic. His first at Celtic Park since November, but he was out injured for a few games. Papach launches it. Samaras. Cooper. Commons is on the run here. So is Samaras, mind you. Just trickled away from Brown.
Just wrong side there. That goal will certainly have many asking the question about David Weir's pace again, Ian. It was a beautiful first touch, but the Rangers centre-back just couldn't react quickly enough.
Impact again, but Celtic will be wary that the same thing happened in the first Old Firm encounter this season. The Rangers bounced back to win. Have they got what it takes this time? Izaguirre. Commons. Joe Ledley. Izaguirre. Brilliant return for Ledley. And here's Commons.
Again, the first touch, he was just trying to spin and try and get the shot away on his right foot. Just got away from him a little bit, but Celtic certainly having a very good passage of play here.
Celtic protesting him.
Well, Chris Commons, he knows David Weir is goal side of him here, and he's just trying to allow this through his body to get it onto his right foot. Just gets away from him a little bit, but Celtic have certainly settled. Much of that thanks to the goal.
Edu looking for Diouf, but Izaguirre reacts. Biram Kayal. Edu. It's drifted away from Naismith. Has not got to it in time.
Well, it should have been a better pass. There's loads of grass to put the ball into there from Edu. He's just much too heavy with it.
Papach. Jelavic. Diouf. Jelavic! Over and out.
It's a chance. That's a real chance. He reckons it took a nick off Izaguirre here. He's looking for a corner. But it's half a yard. And for this type of lad, you've got to put it down as a decent chance.
He's been there, seen it, done it a few times over in Old Firm games. And of course, set to succeed him as manager at the end of this season. Samaras. Celtic Park, deafening. Brown Hooper.
Oh, did well to screen it. Just had a handful of David Weir's jersey at the same time.
Whittaker. Izagirre. Movement ahead from Samaras. And Hooper might have taken that on the volley. Ball shot against Papac.
Oh, I don't know why he didn't try and get away on the volley. Having just scored, this confidence must be sky high. I'm surprised he didn't put his right foot through it.
Jelavic now could release Naismith as Rangers look for a swift response.
That's good defending from Nastorovic, because Stephen Davis was the only target in the penalty area. Good tracking by the centre-back.
Rangers certainly know how to come from behind in matches. They've done it so many times this season. Whittaker. Naismith. There's Commons on defensive duty there. Davis. Bugera. Due, as if you need it telling. Scott Brown will chase him. Fair challenge. Wilson completes the clearance. David Weir. Steered away by Wilson. Edu will pounce on it. Medley felt that hit the arm of Edu. Davis. Now Papac. Can Rangers find a route to goal? El Hadji. It's dropped for Jelavic almost. Charlie Mulgrew there for Celtic.
Well, Morris Edu did really well to take Nastorovic under the ball at the front post. The ball from Diouf is a little bit light, but Edu just leans in and takes Nastorovic underneath the front post, and it almost broke perfectly for Jelavic in the centre of the 6-yard box. Once again, Rangers not short of blue jerseys when the ball came in.
Weir. Bartley for Papac.
Sums Kyle up. He's tailor-made for this fixture, this young man. And the biggest compliment he's been given by the manager is that Scott Brown is playing right midfield. He's moved the captain to accommodate Beram Kyle.
Kyle, the SPL Player of the Month for January. He was out injured for a few months, but he's proved to be an excellent discovery for Neil Lennon. And Diouf go for that. And Diouf catching Wilson.
Well, you know, it's needless because Mark Wilson's always getting there first. He just lifts his right foot here to show his studs. I don't think he catches him on the foot as he comes down, Diouf, but he's certainly high and he's a bit late.
And Brian's calming him down and giving him a warning. He initially went a bit crazy there, Diouf. So Bryant quickly moved in. pressing for Celtic. Commons to deliver, flicked on by Brown.
Well, nobody getting round the back there. Charlie Mulgrew just holds his position. If Charlie Mulgrew makes a run to the back post here, there's every chance he's on the end of this, because Scott Brown helps it into a great area, but Charlie Mulgrew just checks on the far side.
Lennon still on the touchline, having appealed his latest ban, 6-match ban. Played in 33 Old Firm matches. Samaras. Izagirre is to his left, and he can put him in here, and he's onside. Izagirre, hooper! He's only gone and scored again! They call this place paradise, and it certainly feels like that now!
Well, it's a terrific finish, but he should dedicate this to Izagirre, the left back, because it's the last full-back who won the ball from Jelavic. Here. Now watch his run after this. Look at the ground he covers. Is he onside? He's onside. Now he has to find the final ball. And how good was that? That is wonderful play from the fullback. And Gary Hooper at full stretch only needed one touch. Wonderful piece of counter-attacking football. And Izagirre, well, words just can't describe that kind of contribution. To win it, to run 60 yards and provide that type of ball. Fabulous football.
He's in the mood, but it was a terrific run from Izagirre. Well, there's been an off-the-ball incident involving Juve and Kyle there, and they've both been booked in the aftermath of the goal. Scott Brown telling Kyle to calm down. Seen it all now. This is what happened.
Well, looking for that, surely not. Well, you get long odds in us finishing with 22 players on the pitch now.
Almost half an hour gone, half an hour that has belonged to Celtic. The Rangers really are going to have to show their powers of recovery now. And Hooper's on a hat-trick. Hasn't been one of them in an Old Firm League game since 1966.
Well, David Weir might feel that's a free kick worth giving away, because once Samaras turns there, Celtic midfielders streaming beyond them.
The Celtic fans are loving it. 2-0 up against their Old Firm rivals. Celtic so lively. Joe Ledley now. Commons.
Wrong foot. Wrong foot. Well, right smiley from Chris Commons. On the other side, he would have fancied this. But on his weaker side, he just chokes that into the ground there. But once again, the link-up is terrific.
Kyle. Ledley. Commons. Intercepted by Bugera. Oh, Bugera! It's been mugged by Commons. Bartley makes the challenge, and it's a clean one.
Yeah, I got plenty of the ball. Chris Commons couldn't play the pass to Samaras because he had gone offside. That's the only reason he's trying to take it himself.
Kyle. Izagirre. Mulgrew. is a big ask for Rangers now. Kyle. Ledley in the way. Izagirre, who played such a prominent role in the second goal, finds Hooper again. And now Scott Brown supporting. And David Weir stopped it reaching Hooper.
Well, very little on for David Weir. Rangers starting to get deeper here again. And that was the problem in the last game at Ibrox. Just struggling to get up the pitch at the moment, and much of that down to the way that Celtic are bossing this game.
Ledley. Rangers rocked. Bagheera. Bartley. Papac. Bartley over towards Naismith. Jelavic picks up the pieces and feeds Whittaker. Jelavic, tame.
I just think Ian Brines might have gotten his way here, might have been a little bit preoccupied with the referee's position here, Jelavic.
Papac, Juve in space. Not for long though. Rangers frustrated.
Oh, he's picked the wrong pass there at half Juve, because Jelavic was one that knocked up the outside of Nastorovic.
Whittaker, Jelavic, Nastorovic coming across here.
Oh, it's good cover, and it had to be, because Joe Ledley sold himself there.
Brown, Juve crashes in to great effect. Davis, off Ledley. Davis. Bartley. They'll meet again, and they do know where, and they do know when. The Scottish Cup replay back here on Wednesday week, 7:30 on Sky Sports HD1 and Sky Sports 1. Samaras. Ledley. Izagirre, who was watched by some English Premier League clubs before he came to Celtic.
Oh, you can see why. Good ball.
Steve Davis is away. Only Jelavic in the box for Rangers though.
Yeah, no support. Jelavic outnumbered 3-1 there.
Guerra's with an important header because Gary Hooper had sprung off his heels. Now has Juve. Rangers need to get a grip on this game, find a way back into it somehow. Celtic bossing it. Weir, Papac. Bagheera. Whittaker advance. Bagheera goes inside to Edu. And Edu will get a free kick.
Well, and one that you'd imagine the Rangers will take the chance to put the ball in the box, because at the moment they're creating very little. Jelavic is having absolutely nothing to work with here at the moment, and no surprise here that David Weir's gone up. Bartley in there as well, Edu.
There is potential here for Rangers. Stephen Whittaker to take it. Poor though, away by Ledley. Davis. Returned by Papac. Ledley missed it. And now El Hadj Diouf. And it's off Mulgrew, and it will be a corner.
Well, relief there for Joe Ledley. Just took his eye off the ball there on the half volley. Got away from him. Celtic players trying to break forward. And all of a sudden, they're having to chase it. Well, Diouf had Bagheera going in his outside. They're just surprised he didn't delay.
Diouf's corner. Naismith returns it, but it's wide.
Oh, he's got to take it on. Even under pressure from Chris Commons, he's got to take it on. And this is really difficult for Stephen Naismith. Commons gets out quickly. And on the half volley, that is difficult.
A terrific display so far from Neil Lennon's Celtic. Goal in this game, so very crucial. Zaguirre, Wilson, Angie Bagheera now with Stephen Whittaker alongside. Davis, approaching the final 5 minutes of the first half. Rangers' need is urgent. Whittaker will latch onto this. No takers.
Oh, it's a terrific ball. You couldn't ask for a better ball than that. Well, El Hadj Diouf is labouring here on this side. He should be breaking his neck to get in there. This is a moment that Gary Hooper will remember. It's difficult to overstate just how good the cross is. He's certainly onside, but having bust a gut to get there, to provide a ball of that quality, is absolutely stunning.
Last hat-trick in an Old Firm game was scored by Ali McCoist 27 years ago. Last one in a league fixture between these sides. Stevie Chalmers for Celtic in 1966. Hooper's on the brink of one. Certainly in a menacing mood. So is Commons here. Kyle.
Well, that gap between Rangers midfield and Nikita Jelavic continues to grow. It's becoming a real problem here for Rangers, becoming more isolated. Just wonder if Walter Smith, at 2-0 down, might be thinking about getting another striker on here. He has Lafferty, he has Healy. Certainly has to try and change the pattern of this game.
Whittaker finding Diouf. Now Jelavic. Storovic across. Jelavic in need of assistance. Storovic is in charge. This throw. Davis made himself available. Papac again. It's bounced on Edu, it's allowed Joe Ledley to move in. And Celtic to move on. Maybe, if Commons can release Izaguirre. Ledley. Samaras, David Weir came out. Morris Edu. Free kick, it was clipped by Samaras, so the advantage was initially played. Juve. Bartley. Bugera. Blocked initially by Commons. And then Bugera gave it to Izaguirre. Mulgrew. Offside Samaras.
Yeah, half a yard, and he's looking right across there at everyone who matters there, George Samaras.
Bartley seeking out Juve. Too high, is it? No. Papac. Bartley. Straight through to Fraser Forster.
It's got to be better than that. Jelavic has had nothing to work with. Major decisions at half-time to be made now by Watersmith, who wants to save this.
Brown. Hooper. Celtic enjoying themselves here. Whittaker matched Commons' run. Davis will need the help of McGregor. Flicked on by Jelavic, and Naismith could be in here. Fraser Forster first to it.
Oh, really good sweeping there from the goalkeeper. Jelavic did really well to win this. Naismith already on his way. And Fraser Forster did well to sweep.
Final few seconds of the first half, and I don't think there's going to be any significant stoppage time. Bugera away by Mulgrew, but only as far as Bartley. Neither here nor there. Papac. Izaguirre. Whittaker. A foul by Whittaker on Izaguirre.
Well, bad enough for the linesman to get involved here. He's on the pitch here. Stephen Whittaker always wrong side to win this cleanly here. And it's a follow-through. That's what's annoyed the Celtic fullback. Tries to get it with his right foot, but it's the follow-through with his left that caused the damage there.
Only escaped with merely a warning. Rangers are going to bring on Kyle Lafferty here, and Stephen Naismith has a problem. I think the whistle might go before they get him on, actually. But Lafferty is stripped and waiting. I don't think they'll have time, though, to bring him on. It is half-time. Gary Hooper with both goals for Celtic, but he owed the second one to the mother of all rampaging runs from Emilio Izaguirre. 45 minutes that have certainly belonged to Celtic, and some. Rangers toiling and in big bother. Half-time in Glasgow's East End. Celtic 2, Rangers 0. Bring on Kyle Lafferty at the end of the first half, but ran out of time. Stephen Naismith has suffered a recurrence of his hamstring problem that has troubled him a fair bit lately. So Lafferty, Rangers' most used sub this season, comes on again. Rangers have won 19 points from losing positions this season. But this is going to have to be the comeback of comebacks, because they trail 2-0. Gary Hooper scoring both.
your message to the players after that first 45 minutes?
No, at times it's been brilliant, but there's a long way to go as well. 45 to go, and we need to make sure we don't give them sniff and defend properly, and hopefully, we can create chances at in front as well.
Thanks for your time, Johan.
Cheers, thanks.
Whittaker, Jelavic and Mulgrew go for it. Little flick from Elhadj Diouf. Whittaker. Bartley, who has to be careful after his early yellow card. Lafferty, another figure for the Celtic fans to boo and jeer, but he ran into Beram Kayal, full of energy.
Walter Smith trying to get a bit of company up beside Jelavic. Elhadj Diouf now playing as a twin striker, probably dropping off to try and play between Celtic's midfield and the back line, but Jelavic certainly needs a bit of help up there.
Smith's Rangers need a big half here, a huge half. Davis in towards Jelavic, who took it first time.
Yeah, he's got a little bit too much to do there. He's got Charlie Mulgrew really tight on him. He's possibly just outside the front post when he gets his head on it, and he gets a little bit too much contact here. Decent ball from Stephen Davis, but he's going to do very well to score from that.
Celtic know all about him. Scored 3 times against them for Rapid Vienna in Europe last season. Celtic have only conceded 2 goals in their last 9 games. They haven't conceded a goal here since November. A match forced back by the presence of Samaras. Flicked by Bartley, on by Davis. Jelavic. Papac. Away by Mulgrew. Edu. Diouf. Diouf. Fronted by Izaguirre. And still. Tripped by him.
Oh, it's a cheap one to give away from the Celtic fullback there, because Diouf's going nowhere. It's a half-decent angle here, and Diouf can deliver. I've got to say, he's got to start delivering, because he's done nothing in this game so far.
Key moment at the start of the second half. It is Diouf to float it in. Fraser Forster's got his eye on that, and he's got his gloves on it too eventually.
Yeah, second attempt. He's always favourite there. The ball's in there long enough for the Celtic goalkeeper to have a run at this and take it. Needed a better cross from Elhadj Diouf. Just managed to keep it under his control.
So much more on his side today. A lot of new players this season at Celtic. But they're in their stride now, right enough. Kayal. And still, Scott Brown, the captain. Mark Wilson. Lafferty there.
Mark Wilson just sold a little bit short there. Wonder how long Walter Smith will give it. I'd be very surprised if we don't see David Healy sooner rather than later if this scoreline remains. Bartley probably the one to make way, the holding midfield player.
It's a free kick for Elhadj Diouf. Bugera. Whittaker makes himself available, but he ran into Ledley, who's been hurt. Meantime, Samaras is onto this. Hooper through the middle. David Weir has one go. Samaras, though, refusing to budge and skipping away from Davis now superbly. But McGregor, oh, he might have given that to Brown. And Papac on the line saves it.
Oh, what a clearance. but somehow ended up underneath this, just lost this, and doesn't get it safe. Scott Brown thinks he scored there. Well done, Papas. Well, not like Alan McGregor, and that would have put Celtic just about home and dry.
Chris Commons' corner. Bartley made contact, hooked away by Jude. Izaguirre. Samaras. Skipped away from Whittaker. Past Bartley as well. Izaguirre. Bartley is only 19.
Yeah, he's found it hard. You know, at times the game has passed him by. You won't have seen anything like this pace, or certainly the early pace of this game. If Rangers are going to change it, he may be the one who makes way. Either him or El Hadj Diouf, but David Taylor, an obvious option here for Walter Smith.
Farpatch. Lafferty to his left. Has carried on running. Lafferty looking here for El Hadj Diouf. Forster, a giant.
Well, Izaguirre caught. Good run here, Izaguirre not sure well. It's a terrific first touch from El Hadj Diouf. Izaguirre in that situation should just match the run. Don't try and hold for an offside, match the run.
6'7" frame of Fraser Forster in the way. Chris Commons now. Mark Wilson. Scott Brown. Kyle Commons. Held up by Bartley. Gilovic never quite had it under control. Diouf does. Whittaker. Davis. Diouf. Whittaker. Davis. Edu is the next port of call. Bartley should give it to Papach. Davis. Given room to breathe. Whittaker made the run.
Yeah, good idea. Really good idea. He's trying to get up the outside of Charlie Mulgrew here. Hard for centre-backs to pick up these runs from out to in. Once again, Forster's really quickly out.
David Weir, caught in the face by Samaras.
Well, he's not the type to go down unless he is hurt here, David Weir. It's the right arm of Samaras. Both players, eyes fixed on the ball, but it's the follow-through here that catches David Weir. It's not an elbow. And thankfully he's back on his feet.
Feel it a bit more when you're 40. It's off the head of Mulgrew. Izaguirre. Unable to rescue it. Rangers have a corner. In the corner where their fans are housed. One part of the ground where Diouf gets a decent reception. Diouf's corner. Bartley's header. Pereira. Samaras stuck to his task. Scott Brown now. Weir. Whittaker. El Hadj Diouf can maintain Rangers' interest. It's got the throw off Izaguirre. option quicker than Rangers were providing one. Lafferty dashes across. Juve. Jelavic!
It's a chance. It's a real chance because Mark Wilson's trying to get round but can't apply the pressure. The cross takes Majstorovic out of the game. Oh, Jelavic has got to hit the target. You know, worst here, he has to work. Fraser Forster.
That could have been the moment for Nikita Jelavic and for Rangers. Scored a hat-trick last week when Walter Smith's side hit Motherwell for 6. Plenty to ponder for the Rangers manager today. Edu. Kyle. Edu has clipped him and will be summoned to Ian Bryant.
Yeah, he just sucks him in there, Kyle, and lovely little nutmeg. Kyle would have been on his way here. He's been very tidy in that area of the pitch, Beram Kyle.
Ian Bryant's resisting a card. Just a warning. Wilson for Brown. Mulgrew. Izagirre. Commons. Izagirre. Shadowed by Davis. Here's Samaras. Nabbed by Davis. Now Juve. Kyle typically tracking in here. Juve hanging in there, but Mulgrew's across now as well.
Well, he had a chance there, El Juve, to switch it to Jelavic on the far side. And for me, he hasn't done anything early enough today, El Juve. He's wanted far too much time on the ball.
Edu wins it back for Rangers. Guerra. Kyle. Izagirre. Kick for Samaras.
Oh, he's getting a bit of joy there, George Samaras, just dropping into the hole there at times. And Bartley, who was asked to pick him up in that area of the pitch earlier on, just losing him now.
This is Joe Ledley. Kyle with Izagirre close by. It opened up for Beram Kyle.
Oh, he did brilliantly to lose Bartley. Sells him a beautiful dummy here. Away from Davis, away from Bartley, and it's always moving left to right.
Celtic are going to bring on the South Korean Key, who started the Cup clash a fortnight ago. His return from the Asia Cup. Ledley. Celtic flowing forward. Is down hurt at the moment, but Wilson is on the attack. Brown. Kyle might have a hamstring problem. Feeling it. Brown anyway. Can't smuggle that through to Hooper.
That's a good ball. It's the first time in the match that Gary Hooper's been caught on his heels.
Kyle still clutching his hamstring. Looks like he'll be going on. Wilson. Samaras outside. Whittaker.
Kyle in the centre circle, trying to stretch that left hamstring, clearly struggling here. Got it taped up. It's not an injury you can take a chance with.
Secured a throw. Kyle is going to have to come off. That's a bit of a blow for Celtic. Another outstanding performance from the Israeli. Deserving of his applause. And on in his place comes the South Korean Key.
Yeah, not quite like for like, but it certainly shouldn't disturb the shape of this Celtic side. Ski a bit like Kyle, very tidy, economical, doesn't waste it. Maybe not as aggressive as the Israeli, but very decent replacement nevertheless.
He was in really good form, Key, when he went off to play for South Korea, the Asia Cup. Bartley now for Juve. Davis. No way through yet. It's bobbled away from Stephen Whittaker. Celtic Park. Gary Hooper's first half double has got Celtic sitting pretty. Samaras dispatched by Bugera onto the chest of Mastorovic, who won it again. Samaras, Scott Brown. Samaras trying to barge his way through.
Good tackle from Edu.
Commons. Fouled by Davis.
Yeah, just wrong side there, Stu Davis. Commons did well to get his foot between Davis and the ball. Rangers player just can't win it from that side. Maybe just outside the range here for Charlie Mulgrew. Certainly a chance to drop something in back post.
Mulgrew and Key over it. Rangers concern. Mulgrew does float it in towards Mastorovic. Hooper thought he might have had a penalty then. Commons coming back for more, and he'll get a free kick off Davis.
No, Bugera did really well initially at the back post. Just look there, Mastorovic is all the way. As it comes up here, Hooper looking for a penalty. Nah, he's not getting that.
Another free kick in a prominent position for Celtic, looking to add to their lead. This could be messy for Rangers. It could be awkward. It's Key to float it in, but it's Whittaker to take it away from Mulgrew. It's a corner though. Celtic keep the pressure on. Standing ovation for Chris Commons as he trots across to take this. His home debut. Commons corner. Charlie Mulgrew. Brilliant from Mulgrew, but McGregor's having it.
Yeah, he did well. Nobody getting across the front of the Rangers goalkeeper.
David Healy is about to come on for Rangers. Maurice Edu now. Jelavic dashing through the middle.
Well, it's a poor pass from Edu because Jelavic made a really good angle there.
David Healy came on and scored on his debut against Motherwell last week. They could do with something similar from Healy.
Well, they could drop Diouf back into the wide area, or they could take Bartley off.
Papac. He is going to take the place of El Hadj-Diouf here. Whittaker. Can't keep going. Izagirre. Commons for Samaras. Another surge from Celtic. Samaras taking on Bugera. David Weir screens the cross. Eventually, Bugera clipping Samaras.
Samaras does brilliantly. And you know, it looks one-paced, Georgios Samaras, but he was quick enough there for Bugera. He's no slouch himself. Samaras back in his feet here, contesting this immediately. And at this stage in this game, that is absolutely priceless.
Well, he's got a silly yellow card here because he was applauding the referee for giving the free kick, and he walked straight past him, applauding him, and I think he's left Ian Brines with no option here, or is he just going to warn him? No, he's going to book it. For applauding the decision. Cheap card for Bugera. Another free kick for Celtic, and we seem to be having a few of these. Commons takes it. Away by Papac though, and Chief won't get to that. Commons will. David Healy still waiting to come on for Rangers. Celtic giving them a chance to make that change. Key. Wilson. Giving Papac the run around. Lafferty there.
Well defended. You know, Matt Wilson could have thrown a lazy left-footed cross in, but did well to get it back onto his right. It's always a better cross with that foot on that side of the pitch.
Samaras made himself available. Handball try against Edu. Brown. Lafferty stopped that reaching Hooper. David Weir has to step in, and Papac with a little set-to there with Wilson.
Just wonder how much of it Ian Brines saw. I think he's following the game.
Certainly involved there, Papac and Wilson. Davis meantime with the cross, and Bartley attempts the header. It's off Mulgrew.
Oh, great defending from Charlie Mulgrew. Absolutely watertight as this cross comes in here. Bartley in an advanced area of the pitch, one of the few times in the match. This is a very good cross from Stephen Davis. Just bends it round Mastorovic. Charlie Mulgrew did well.
Now Hughes was going to take the corner, but he's being replaced. Corner the Rangers fans, but jeered off by everyone else inside Celtic Park, and David Healy is going to receive his Old Firm initiation. Only his second game for Rangers. Club he supported as a boy. Came on and scored against Motherwell. Rangers in need of another contribution to the cause. The corner is from Davis. And the header is stopped by Forster.
Well, he got it clean, Nikita Jelavic, just doesn't get any height on it.
Will Rangers be exposed here? No, taken away by Commons. Healy, Whittaker. Joe Ledley holds him up. And Whittaker has caught Izaguirre.
Well, I've got to say, I think he's unlucky, Stephen Whittaker. I thought he took a good bit of the ball here. This might prove me wrong. Well, that's okay for me. Yeah, it's aggressive, but the type of challenge that Walter Smith would demand of him.
No sign of a comeback yet. Nudged out by Whittaker. Slipping, and that's allowed Joe Ledley to close in. Wilson. Hooper. Brown. Wilson. Hooper. Commons. Chris Commons! 3-0! Celtic are loving it! Absolutely loving it! He scored on his Celtic debut, he scored on his Old Firm debut, and now on his home debut!
Well, he did brilliantly to lose Bugera, who's well positioned goal side. But I just wonder how much Yeah, took a late move, but even then, it's not a shot you'd normally expect to see beat Alan McGregor. Alan McGregor moving onto his right side and caught out hopelessly. And Chris Commons, on his weaker foot, has just about put Celtic out of sight here.
Even though Rangers love a comeback, this is surely too much to ask for them. It's the first SPL goal for Chris Commons. 3 and 5 now for Celtic. 13 goals for Derby County this season. They're missing him, but Celtic have him now, and he's making a massive impact. His throw. Well, Lafferty. Should have pulled Bumistorovic.
Yeah, I think Mistorovic had a good handful out of Lafferty's shot there in the box. Clearly missed by Ian Brines.
Izagirre. Brown. Hooper. Hasn't had too many glimpses of goal in this second half in his quest for a hat-trick, but he's got a free kick. Celtic Park is jumping and rocking. Izagirre away from Davis. What a game he's had. It's over though.
I've got to say, I think Mistorovic gets off with one here. And at 3-0 up, to do this inside the box, that's absolutely crazy. You know, the last thing that Celtic need to do at the moment is offer Rangers a way back into the game. And with his experience, he should know better than that.
Rangers may well feel aggrieved at that. But here's Nikita Jelavic looking to spark some sort of recovery.
Well, he had to take it at the worst possible height here. If this is lower, it's a lot easier for him. But he's under pressure, and he has to take it a bit higher than he wanted. And this, I'm afraid, just about sums up Nikita Jelavic's day. He's been chasing lost causes all afternoon.
Kenny Miller always delivered on these derby days, but Rangers were always bound to miss him. Edu. Mistorovic, who certainly was fortunate not to concede a penalty there. And who knows what might have happened if Rangers had got one and scored it. Still a long way back, but you never know in these games. Ledley. Commons. Free kick for Samaras. Mistorovic, Ledley, Mulgrew, over towards Samaras, up against Papac. Hooper, Samaras wants it back. He's got it back, but his touch allowed Bagheera to clear it.
Oh, it's just coming back at Rangers now. And even with two strikers on now, they can't get out the pitch.
Wilson. Samaras. No handball from Bagheera. Davis. One back by Key, but it is a foul.
Oh, look clean for me. I think it's a good challenge. Well, big appeals from the Celtic supporters for handball, but clearly not.
Lovely touch, Jelavic, it's wide.
Well, he's only going to get one touch. It's a pretty small target from that angle. But again, you'd expect somebody of his ability to work the goalkeeper.
Celtic fans milking the moment. 3-0 up against their fierce rivals. A hugely impressive performance from Neil Lennon's team. Although they have 2 games in hand, they're going to have a bit of ground to make up in what is yet another epic race for the title between Glasgow's big boys. Samaras hung in there. Brown. Celtic probably fancy another. Hooper. Samaras. Relief for Rangers. Key, Samaras, Wilson, Brown. Is Wilson popping up? Whittaker has time. Good ball. Great ball. And Healy onside. But stumbling. And Scott Brown sorts it out.
Oh, he's looking for a free kick, David Healy, but he should be doing better there than to be giving that away.
Brown. Edu. Papach. Davis. Joe Ledley closes in on him.
Well, Ledley and Key now just sitting, making sure that they don't go ahead of the ball now. Just sitting in front of the centre-backs, game in front of them, providing that extra security.
Celtic are going to bring on their top scorer, Anthony Stokes, shortly. Jelavic gets a corner off Izaguirre. Davis will take this. Away by Wilson. Anthony Stokes and James Forrest will be coming on to give Celtic some fresh legs, if they needed those. Pretty fresh still. Commons though.
I got done with the surface there, Chris Commons. Took a little bobble as he tried to knock it into Gary Hooper.
Shows the deeper strength of Celtic squad that they can bring on players like Stokes and Forrest.
Well, I think fresh legs gives them a better outball now, and a bit of tiredness for the front players now for Celtic. And Forrest and Stokes will allow Celtic to knock it in behind the full-backs and just run the clock down.
Samaras. It's over the head of Izaguirre. Rangers will return here. Izaguirre. Commons away from Whittaker. Hooper and Samaras and Brown lurking in the middle. Cleared by Weir. Commons is about to be replaced by James Forrest. It's a free kick for Izaguirre.
Always getting there first there, the Honduran. Just looked as if he had a little bit of cramp there. He finished trying to stretch his calf muscles as he was on the ground, and little wonder. He has covered so much ground today, the little fullback.
10 minutes to go. This could be Commons' last contribution. He's going to be replaced. Collins floats it in. Away by Lafferty, but a corner for Celtic.
Well, it's well defended at the back post. It's a really awkward one to defend, not one that Alan McGregor could come for. But this will do Celtic nicely to play out as much of what is left of this game in the Rangers half of the pitch.
Key, Brown, Joe Ledley decided against the hit. Will have better days. That's the cue for the change from Celtic. They're not going to bring on Anthony Stokes just yet. They'll change their mind on that. But they are going to make the other change they were planning. Chris Commons certainly is proving to be a wonderful signing for Neil Lennon. He's replaced by 19-year-old James Forrest, who signed a 5-year deal last month after some eye-catching performances. He's been out for a month with a hamstring problem. Brown would bring Forrest into it, except he's been tripped by Lafferty, old adversaries.
Oh, I knew what he was doing there, Kyle Lafferty. Once he's wrong side, well, Scott Brown, I mean, Celtic are 3-0 up. Scott Brown has just got to get himself out of there.
Those two, of course, were involved in a spat last season in an incident that led to a red for Brown. And Brown's just about keeping the lid on. Ish. Celtic pile on the misery for their rivals. Key. Mostorovic won it. Away by Lafferty. Jelavic. Lafferty. Davis. Bugera. No. With more action from the SPL when we finish here, we're off to Samaras. Run into Weir. Jelavic. Isagire. Stray pass on the Honduran. Bugera. Whittaker. Wilson. Forrest just on. Brown. Ledley. Key sizing one up. And McGregor dealt with that one.
Well, Rangers just don't get out to the ball quickly here enough. With plenty of time to set himself here, Key. And again, it moves left to right. May just have brushed off Bugera on the way through to Alan McGregor.
Celtic are going to bring on their top scorer now. Anthony Stokes is going to replace the man who scored twice, but won't be grabbing the first hat-trick in an Old Firm League game for 45 years. Even so, he's done his bit and more. Gary Hooper with 2 goals, replaced by Anthony Stokes, who has been left on the bench for the last couple of Old Firm matches. We'll see a bit of action here. Mostorovic looking to get on the end of that. Away by Whittaker. 5 minutes to go. Isagire giving Edu a shot. All part of the fun. And Whittaker catching Stokes, who has a bit to say about it.
Well, that's just down to frustration from Stephen Whittaker. Knows the game's gone now.
This will be the biggest winning margin in an Old Firm match since Rangers won 3-0 in 2007.
Oh, just one too many. That's what Ian Brown's is saying to Kyle Lafferty. Just leaves his studs here for Mark Wilson to kick through on. I don't think he can have too many complaints. Kyle Lafferty got away with one on Scott Brown a moment ago.
First Old Firm game, and he's pretty much cooking.
Yeah, he's done okay, yeah.
Doing okay for a referee in these games, it's about as good as it gets. Weir. Storovic might have given a penalty, of course, to Rangers. Ian Bryans, but apart from that, he's been on top of it. Ledley, Stokes, Izagirre, taking on Whittaker. Now he's lost it.
Again, he's trying to get down the outside. He's done it all afternoon.
Onside, nobody in the middle yet, he'll have to wait. He's got a corner.
Well, the wait allowed Charlie Mulgrew to get out and make the block. He had nothing in the box initially, David Taylor. That's why he had to wait on the support arriving.
Davis delivers. And Edu's header away by Key. David Weir with some nice touches.
Maurice Edu should do much better. Free header front post, loads of pace on the ball, and he can't hit the target.
Whittaker sends it towards Bugera, who's offside.
Maurice Edu couldn't have asked for a better ball in here. He's got to hit the target there. And yet the game's gone, but he should be doing better.
Samaras is on his way. Shot off there by Papas, but Samaras has it anyway. Key. Stokes. Not quite. Charlie Mulgrew. Dealing with the threat of Jelic.
Good defending. He found himself with a real handful last time he came up against Jelic. He's handled the striker much better today, Charlie Mulgrew.
Starting to look rather accomplished as a centre-half. Samaras. Brilliant from Samaras, and a yellow card for David Weir.
Yeah, significantly no complaint at all from David Weir. This is terrific feed from Georgios Samaras, and most of what has been played up to the Greek striker today has stuck.
5 yellow cards for Rangers, just the one for Celtic, which kind of sums up the way it's gone today. Celtic finished toying with their rivals yet. Ledley. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Starting.
The referee has added 3 minutes. 3 minutes have been added.
Key. Sweeping away from Davis. Ledley now for Brown. Famous old ground. Bartley beats Samaras to that, and Samaras reacting.
Oh, the poor pass into Georgios Samaras that gave Bartley the chance to come through Samaras here. Oh, it's a good tackle, but he cleans Georgios Samaras out in the follow-through, but certainly nothing wrong with the tackle.
If there had been, he would have been seeing red. He would have been booked in the opening minutes. exact revenge for this on Wednesday week in the Scottish Cup replay. It should be quite a night here. Just imagine if it goes to penalties. Pretty much one way today. Celtic fully deserving of this emphatic victory. Rangers are going to have to make the most of their 2 games in hand in the race for the title. Edu, Jelavic. Goes for it again. Nobru should be okay here. He wants Forster to smother.
I could have put it behind her.
Forrest, Wilson, Stokes, now Samaras. Can he keep it in, Samaras? He did, but Whittaker screened it.
Yeah, he almost seems to get there, George Samaras. The big loping stride, but he's certainly not slow. He had a lot to do here, heavy touch, but he still kept it in, and Stephen Whittaker did well to get across.
Time is almost up. They're looking for a fourth, though. They've got a few in the box. It's over. A significant day in the title race. Neil-led Celtic. Comfortable winners here. Gary Hooper scored twice. Chris Commons added a third. There's the 2 scorers. And Celtic by far and away the better side today. What a big win. Celtic memories are made of this. It finishes Celtic